So my 2023 portfolio in cryptocurrency, a lot of people have been asking it. I am looking to add one more to it, but we're going to go through what I've got so far. I want to lay my whole cards on the table, so to speak. I want to show you what I've got, and I also want you guys to comment to see if you like what I have too. Patreon members, you know this, you know my split, you know what I've been doing for a very, very long time. If you want to join Patreon, check out the link below. It's a journal, it is what I'm doing, it's accountability, and it does not, as in this video, does not include the earner portfolio, which is a portfolio just for the Patreon as a showcase for a bit of fun. Many of my picks are proven winners or proven coins in the space. I do not go for low caps. I'm not a fan of looking for low cap coins. I never have been. I have a few little ones that could be unproven, but most of them are big hitters. I've worked for projects before. I know how the industry works. I'm majorly put off by them for that obvious reason. So ensure that you are subscribed to this channel. I am going to be doing altcoin videos every single Thursday, whether that is psychological, whether it's stuff like today, or even price analysis and list analysis of different types of altcoins you can buy. I will leave timestamps below for each individual coin, not the names, so you're not cheating, but I would like you to stay to the end because I will show you something pretty interesting that will help you in your research. If you'd like a video on why I've put most of my profit back into the market from 2021 into it at the bottoms, please leave a like or comment if you want to see that video. So let's head over to the screen. Let me show you what I've got, and I will reveal a really good tool to help you with your research in the new climate of VC funded assets. So welcome to the beautiful screen. I'm not going to go through this in balls deep information, right? I'm not going to do deep dives. If you want deep dives, I am going to be looking to do them on my Patreon. It makes it much easier, especially the ones that I'm holding, so it's obvious, so you know why I'm doing it and my logic around it. First one that I do hold is BTC. Now, the one thing about BTC, it's the king, in my opinion, right? Not financial advice, of course. However, a lot of people don't like it. Wonder why. However, my allocation of Bitcoin is a lot lower than what it has been, so it's roughly around 20% of my portfolio is Bitcoin. It was higher. It was about 40% for a while. It is now 20%. So a lot more exposure to altcoins, which is always where the fun stuff is, right? So that is the obvious one, right? The other obvious one is Ethereum. Last cycle, I didn't own any Ethereum, apart from to power said wallet because it was extortionate, right? I've decided to buy Ethereum. I've been buying it on and off over the last few months. I bought it quite low, sold it, made some profit, rebought it again, roughly the same sort of price, sold it to be fair, but did a bit of rebalancing, and I'm now staking my Ethereum on Lido. If you want a video on how Lido works, you should probably check over to Learning Crypto at some point because I will be doing a video on it. But the obvious ones are them two, right? Kind of obvious. Going down the list, Cardano. Yes, I'm a Cardano fan. I've always been a fan of it. I've bought this in 2017. I bought this in 2020. And I bought it again, and I've been staking it for quite a while. And I've also been holding it for quite a bit. Not massive amounts, but I have been buying pretty heavily in November, December time. And I've just topped up my bag at the end over the last coming weeks. And I'm happy with these levels. If this delivers some great results, I am going for the hat trick, essentially, of how much money I've made out of this is ridiculous because it just keeps going down, then back up, and it goes down, and then back up, and down, and then hopefully back up again, right? Logic. Strong community, very strong chain in terms of developments. It's nearly top all the time, every single week. A lot of other influences. I want to use that with a massive bit of salt there and a pinch of it. Say it's a ghost chain. I don't see it personally, but there you go. The obvious one, right? The next one. Yes, of course. Polkadot, right? For me, the multi-chain narrative is a thing that could happen. A lot of people throw it a load of crap, and I don't understand why. Let me explain something. Takes time, right? What it feels like with Polkadot at the moment is like what Ethereum was like in 2015, 2016, where it was just growing. The parachains have not been around for very long. There's only about 3 properly live versus what obviously has happened with Ethereum over the course of years. When those parachains do go fully operational and they do go live and we've got network effect on all of them, Polkadot's going to benefit massively through obviously the cross-chain compatible transfers, obviously the security elements of it, and obviously the governance, as well as the 18% staking that you can currently get. Yes, the inflation's high, but you offset that with staking it. Staking is relatively simple on Polkadot. I like it a lot. And as a network of a layer 0 with a load of layer 1s on it, there's not many projects that do this, right? It's pretty niche when you look at it. So that is why I'm betting big on Polkadot, as well as the fact of who's in charge of it. I mean, that's kind of obvious, really. Anyways, moving on to the less obvious, we could say. And yes, it's relatively high. And yes, I have talked about this publicly. If you've been following me on Twitter, you should be, by the way. Make sure you do. Near Protocol. Again, I think this is a top asset. I said this a few months ago. Give Near a go. Try the protocol. And everyone's like, but the price is crap. The price is crap. No, I'm on about use it. It is rapid. It is quick. It is easy to use. The ecosystem, staking this was one of the easiest things I've ever staked in my life. It was so painless. It was unbelievable. So yes, I do like Near Protocol a lot. I still think there's a lot of risk reward in this. It's currently ranked 31, 2.1 billion market cap. A lot of the supply is already out. A lot of VCs got caught up in the emotions of this, and that's why it dumped quite a lot. It's now recovered. It's been fine. Yeah, let VC funds go belly up, and we're going to talk about that towards the end of the video, which is important to know. But Near Protocol is the next one. Now, again, going down the line and going into the more obvious kind of elements when we're looking at certain things. Now, let me just go, what? The website's broken. That's not a good sign. No, we're okay. So if I go into here, the next one is Metis DAO. Layer 2, right? I wanted layer 2 for exposure. I could have picked Loopring. I could have picked Matic. I could have picked Almost Go. I could have picked OP. But I wanted Metis. I liked Metis. I liked the way it looked. I liked who's in charge of it. I liked the fact that it's got a lot more potential, as well as the fact that there's not many VCs in this and there's no like bullshit bollocks with it. And I found, you know what? For the market cap, it's worth the risk. And it's also been a lot higher. So that was my punt on it. There we go. Metis, done. Simple. The other one, and it's similar sort of kind of price range in terms of market capitalization, is, well, yeah, you can see Moonbeam, right? Moonbeam, in terms of the obvious here, is a parachain on Polkadot. It is essentially Ethereum on Polkadot, realistically. It works very well with MetaMask. It works with the Ethereum virtual machine. It's pretty good. And it's got a lot of good projects going to get built on it. It's already doing pretty well, in my opinion, certainly over the last few weeks. You can see that, you know, it's been grinding up quite nicely with the market, and the volume's been trickling, as has been token emissions, right, in terms of the crowd loan. A lot of crowd loans are good. However, when you look at the prices, because of the way they're done with the emissions in terms of development and funding, it makes the price fall, especially in a bear market. This has never seen a bull market before. This literally came out at the wrong time. Yeah, this was... You know, you could look at this and think, well, this could go bloody anywhere. And it probably can. It just depends on, obviously, the Ethereum virtual machine. Yeah. What happened to all the other Ethereum virtual machine coins in the last bull cycle when Ethereum was going mental? Phantom was going nuts. Avalanche was going nuts. Even the likes of Solana and stuff like that, where it couldn't incorporate it. It's like, oh, hello. Okay. What's this? It's on Polkadot. Why is Polkadot the better one? More security. It's a much bigger, better security protocol. So that's why I've gone with Moonbeam. It's a relatively straightforward one when you think of it that way, but that's kind of how I've looked at it. The other one, and again, it's similar sort of vibes to why I've gone for Moonbeam. I've picked an ecosystem, what is on the Near protocol, and gone with it. So Octopus Network is the next one. Again, similar sort of thing. Much lower in market cap, as you can see on the screen. Massively lower, okay? Yes, I know. But Ethereum virtual machine, interoperability. It is a substrate, so it's built from the Polkadot blockchain, but it is run on the Near, you know, the Near protocol, which is basically app chains, right? So for me, I like it. There you go. Simple. I wanted some exposure to the, you know, more the front line of the Near protocol. And finally, yes, I do own reserve rights. Okay. Now the token doesn't look great. It's kind of obvious. It looks a bit like a shitcoin. But we're treading on eggshells here. This is a stable currency. Look what happened with Luna. This is a very, very different thing in the market, and I do like it. Now, it's a punt, don't get me wrong. I have made money on this. What I'm playing with is profit, and I'm hodling. If this is going to go higher, which it could do, it could be good risk reward. However, just bear this in mind. I want to say this. The supply is massively different versus what it was in the previous cycle. So when we see like 11, 12 cents as its all-time high, this has gone up massively. So bear that in mind if you're looking at the fundamentals here, right? It could still do well, but don't expect it to go to $1 basically, right? You know, in one cycle or whatever. It could, very unlikely, but you get the idea, right? So there, my holders. Now, I did say at the start of this video, stick around to the end because I want to show you something that I think is very, very important for the type of research you should be doing. Obviously, look at the team, look at the use case, look at the protocol, see if it's native or not, see if it's actually worth having. And I will be doing a video based on coins that you shouldn't be holding because they're useless, right? Let me just show you an example in a bit. But actually, no, I want to wait till another video. So make sure you subscribe so you can see that. But what I'm going to say is the best thing you can do is look at token unlocks. I cannot stress this enough, right? Because this is where the problem lies in a bear market, where tokens are falling and falling and you're buying the dip, but you're not looking at the bigger picture. The bigger picture should be, let's get the VCs out, let's get them paid, and then let it just survive. You need to see if coins are going to survive. A lot of coins have been absolutely munched by VCs. Now, Moonbeam, as you can see here, this is all due to, you know, crowd loans and stuff like that. It's, you know, it happens every single day. But this was a part of the plan, right? You know, you plan for this sort of thing. And you can see it here in terms of this period. All of a sudden, it's going to stop and it's going to slow down massively. Then it's got no drag, basically. I call it drag because it is. It's literally like having, you know, you're dragging it down, really. So when you look at all the power chain stuff and all the money and the ecosystem stuff, it is getting slowly drip fed out. Slowly. And these are on a lot of projects. So you need to look at emissions because about 90% of all new coins are like this. They're just VCs, teams are getting paid, development funds, because they've not got a proper revenue mechanism just fully built yet, because they're still developing. Most of these are new assets, right? Most of them, right? So bear that in mind, please. And it's a massive bit of alpha in the obvious here because you can see a lot of things. And as well, look at like known wallets for a certain, this was a project that just like amassed a load of emissions for a very, very long time. And you can see what happened with the sale. You can see what happened to the price. It melted massively. So massively bear that in mind. You can see a lot of new coins here. A lot of them are new, brand new. Well, I wouldn't say brand new, but you get the idea. Are emissioning tokens left, right, and center. So make sure you check that out. Anyways, I'm done. If you like my stuff, leave a like. If you like my portfolio, let me know. Don't give me shit that I haven't got your coin. I don't care. But reality is, engage anyways. Goodbye.